Santo Domingo. The elders truly is one of them who helps. Elder Randolph Harold Pratt, snare drummer. Randolph Randy O. Pratt Sr., affectionately known as Harold, was born August 25, 1936 in True Blue, Bahama Islands. True Blue is in Crooked Island, one of the islands of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, to Eltonon and Gladys Pratt. After his father's death, his mother moved him and his 5 siblings, Maggie Ferguson, Henrietta Hart, Edwin, Hermes, and Joel Pratt, to Nassau. Nassau, Randy began practicing on the snare drum. He was blessed to join the Bahama Brass Band at the age of 19. Drumming gave him the opportunity to give praises to the Most High Jesus Christ, who is the head of his life. He was an active member of the band for 7 years, but a member for life. Being a member of the Bahama Brass Band gave him the opportunity to travel to the General Assembly, which convened in Cleveland, Tennessee, where the band was the highlight of the annual gathering, where he met and married the love of his life, Nora L. Everett Pratt. In 1962, Randy moved to the United States of America, and on July 29, 1962, they were married in Los Angeles, California. They recently just celebrated their 55th wedding anniversary. To this blessed union, 3 children were born: Randolph O. Pratt Jr., Philip A. Pratt, and Margarita A. Pratt Glass. In 1968, they moved to Battle Creek, Michigan, to continue his work within the Church of God of Prophecy with the late Bishop Alpheus Williams. Here he and the Reverend Williams continued to praise God through the playing of the snare drums and creating a mini rendition of the great Bahama Brass Band, traveling to many places, including numerous states within America as well as Canada. One of his fondest memories is when he would regularly go back home to Nassau and join the band as a returning member for some of his favorite selections. His professional career was a foreman construction worker for Milwaukee and Sons. He retired at the age of 58. He celebrated his 81st birthday this year. And although he has challenges with his sight now, he still talks about and has very good memories of the solid teachings of East Street Church of God of Prophecy and the Bahama Brass Band. He has shared many stories of his fond memories with all of his family and friends. He has been blessed to have 9 grandchildren: Sarah Pratt Hale, Randolph O. Pratt III, Natalia Pratt, Alexis Pratt, Tamara Pratt, Xavier Glass, deceased, Jeremiah Glass, Elia Pratt, and Carrington Pratt, and 2 great-grandchildren, Austin and Grayson Pratt Hale. Presently, he serves as a deacon of the Maranatha Original Church of God in Battle Creek, Michigan. We salute Elder Randolph Harold Pratt, snare drummer. The plaque reads, "The world-famous Bahama Brass Band, in celebration of its 92nd anniversary, salutes Elder Randolph Harold Pratt, for your dedicated service as a snare drummer. Night of Legends number 7, presented November 25th, 2017 by Brother David G. Beneby, National Band Director. Be thou faithful unto death. I'm here to receive this plaque on behalf of his beloved father, is Randolph O. Pratt Jr., all the way from the city of Chicago in the state of Illinois.
Thank you very much, Pastor Ferguson, and congratulations to Brother Pratt. Come on, let's give him a round of applause. Let's see all the family and friends of the Pratts. Where are the Pratts? Where are all the Prattses? All the Prattses. Yes. Yes, Brother Pete. Yes, you're Pratt. Remember that, Brother Pete. Brother Pete, Brother Pete, Brother Pete. Yes, Brother Pete is in the brother. That's the brother of the honoree. Yes, he was legendized last year. I remember. Yes. He come make sure his brother gets straight. That's how you do it. Keep it going. Wonderful. I keep telling you, this is a wonderful fellowship, the Bahama Brass Band. Those who are not a part of it, you don't know. It's a wonderful experience. I heard Bishop Bo he's talking about the Haywood when you say to be ready for the next assembly of Bishop Bo. Yes. Just before I call our director. Oh. Gotcha. Thank you. Yes, let me see what I was going to say. Bishop Bo is saying he's preparing himself for next year. Someone sent me a clip with Brother Bo in practice. I got so excited. I felt like the assembly could have been tomorrow. My first assembly with the band was in 1983. And we did a recording that year, Dimitri, to Majestic Studios. We went in there to record. And that same year, we had 4 trombone players who were selected for that trip. Back then, the band, you had to select you to be in the assembly. You couldn't just go because you had horn. You had to be selected. Yes, there's a selection thing going on. And I was one of them who was selected, and the trombones that were selected that year was Bishop Bo, Bishop Colley, Brother Felix Beneby, and Brother Leon Williams. Those are the 4 trombone players. And Pastor Barry knew why he appointed me as historian. I got my history. And that morning of the recording, Bishop Colley got sick. He couldn't attend that recording. Bishop Nelson, you might remember because you was there. 1983. That was your last trip at Submoon. And like I said, Bishop Colley was sick. He didn't come out for the recording. So we only had 3 trombone players. And that was the year we played that song, He Broke the Chains. The trombone have a little piece in that. When the trumpet say something, the trumpet asks a question and the trombone answer them. The trumpet say, lap-dee-dap-dap. The trombone, and listen, it was so interesting because Bishop Bo sat in the middle. Our director at that time was Bishop Arthur Ferguson. And I remember before we started, he said, Brethren, Brother Bo, I want you to stand right here. And Felix, I want you over here. Brother Leon, I want you right here. And as he was directing that piece, I watched Felix Beneby on the left side of Brother Bo. I thought he was cross-eyed because he was looking like this. I thought Leon was cross-eyed this way because he was looking like this. And Brother Bo was in the middle with his eye closed, tight. I mean, whatever he do, Felix would do on the right, Leon would do on the left. I said, Brother Bo, I know you felt like Jesus standing between. musicians. So, Brother Boy said all that to tell you, come back. We need you. We got some more thieves up here who need to get the position right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry? Yes, I heard. Yes, it was to practice. Brother Benjamin is bragging over the fact that Brother Bo was to practice the other night. So he's preparing himself for this great assembly that we're going to have next year in the will of the Lord. I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to a great Bahama Brass Band. Are we selecting men for this? I think we need to go back to the selection. Process of elimination. And I know in Grand Bahama, Mr. Barry, when you do your selection, please put my name in the number. I want to be in the number when the Saints go marching in. At this time, I want to present our treasurer. He keeps the money. He took over from Brother Elvis. Yes, our event coordinator and all those good stuff. Let's give it up for Deacon Tracy Cooper.
Good night. Some while back, when we started this program, we only gave out hats. We didn't give out the medallions that are around the neck. And as we went into it, we tried to go back and to present all of the honorees. It's something that they could wear when they actually come out and to show themselves as a part of the honorary night legends of the band. So we have two medallions that we want to present tonight. Both band men have passed. This is Brother Rollington Ferguson on clarinet, and our former national director, Brother Arthur Ferguson. And so we're going to ask family members to just come up so that we could do this one tonight. And we're going to ask Sister Ferguson, the wife of Brother Rollington, to please come forward. We can also ask Sister Mayclough, who is the daughter of Bishop Arthur, if she would come forward as well. They're not here to receive these medallions. So, but they've been in the vineyard along with their band, or their husband, and in the case of Sister Mayclough, her father. But Rollington was a clarinet extraordinaire. Brother Stanley Bennaby used to say, you needed the kitchen bouquet to put the right element to the song. And Brother Rollington would be the only clarinet in the band. And you could hear that kitchen bouquet coming out, that spice of life. And Brother Rollington performed up until he passed on into glory. We all know about Bishop Arthur Ferguson. All of the stories that are being told tonight basically were told around Bishop Arthur Ferguson. Some were told about it around Bishop Jack Morse. But Bishop Arthur Ferguson really was the one who took the band, as most of us know today, and took it to the assembly, took it to so many places around the world. And the thing about it is that you had to come to practice. That selection thing that we're talking about, you had to come to practice and you had to know what you're playing. And if you couldn't do one of those, then you kind of almost was guaranteed that you would not be in the selection. So we thank the good Lord for these men and their virtue of service to the Bahama Brass Band.
Thank you very much, Deacon Cooper. Thank you very much. At this time, coming to give a response on behalf of all of the honorees, because I know every one of them would want to say something, and God know, Brother David, there was wisdom thinking Brother Haywood Ferguson and not Brother Willis to give a response. You'll be here till Tuesday. But coming now to respond on behalf of the honorees, let's give it up for Brother Haywood A. Ferguson Jr.
My, what a night. Protocol having already been established. Just let me say how pleased I am to see all of you here tonight. God is truly awesome. I would like to thank Bishop Franklin Ferguson, also Bishop Elganet, and Minister Jacqueline Raming, and all the other bishops, pastors, ministers, and all those who are laboring in the vineyard. We are so happy that you honored us tonight with your presence. Please give them a round of applause. It is so nice to see my good friend and brother, National Band Director Emeritus Bishop Romeo Ferguson, also here tonight. This has truly been a very special night for the newly installed legends, along with the other legends and pioneers. We know this only happens once in a lifetime, and we do not take this for granted. We also understand that we are standing on the shoulders of giants. I am so grateful that we were recognized in this way while we can see and appreciate everything that is happening here tonight. And from the expression on my fellow recipients' faces, they also appreciate it as well. I also want to thank our MCs, Will Stubbs and Terrence Forbes, for an excellent job they've done here tonight. Please give them a round of applause. I would also like to thank the event coordinators headed by Brothers Tracy Cooper and G. Sean Gibson, along with their team, for the efforts in putting together such an amazing program. Please also give them. I feel like they have outdone themselves tonight. What do you think? None of this would have been possible without this fine group of none of this would have been possible tonight without this fine group of musicians seated behind me under the leadership of our National Band Director, Brother David Garvin Benamy. Let's show our appreciation by giving them a standing ovation. They certainly played music with spirit tonight, don't you think? Don't you agree with that? Special thanks to all those who assisted with arts, prayers, and encouragements. Thank you for your continued willingness to support this ministry. It does not go unnoticed. We want you to know that it is greatly appreciated. Now, to our very attentive audience, thank you for taking the time to grace us with your presence this evening. We could not have done it without you. As I close, ladies and gentlemen, I want to leave you with this point of reflection. At times such as these, non-band members often wonder at the longevity of the Bahamas Brass Band and about what it takes to keep the band members functioning and retired members so proud. Well, let me help you with that. It's passion. This passion within the bosom of the Bahamas Brass Band members drove us to accomplish almost superhuman feats. No matter the condition, the name of the leader, the geographical location, or circumstances, the Bahamas Brass Band became great because of the passion within the bosom of its members and for the ministry of the band. That passion produced resilience, helped us overcome pain, discouragements, opposition, and insignificance in the eyes of some, and much discrimination experienced in the early 1960s. Our passion gave us courage, brotherhood, and longevity. Like those gone on before us, we will die with the spirit of passion for the Bahamas Brass Band, buried deep within our DNA. We want you to always remember, we don't raise the bar, we are the bar. And so on behalf of the newly installed legends, I stand to salute every legend, to those designated as pioneers, and to each and every member of this great world-famous Bahamas Brass Band. I also want to take this opportunity to encourage musicians in the generation below us with the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson, and I quote him, there is no limits to what can be accomplished if it does not matter who gets the credit, end quote. Thank you, thank you, thank you. May God continue to bless us all.
Come on, let's give him another round of applause. Thank you very much. Brother Ferguson, very well said, very well said. Just before Brother Tracy comes to move the vote of thanks, I want the wife of our band director to stand. Sister Catherine Benedict, please stand. I want to see the wife of our band director. Miss Catherine number 2, that's his beautiful daughter, please stand. Yes. I saw his son David in the back, David Jr. I saw Delrick here too. Delrick, okay, Delrick is still here. Sonia here too? For the whole family. Come on, let's give our band director's family a round of applause. Thank you very much for supporting him in this endeavor. And at this time, I'm going to call on, once again, Deacon Tracy Cooper with our vote of thanks.
Right, and I have one of the more joyous part of the program, which is to say thank you to each and every one. First, we thank our honorees, because this night is strictly for you. So we thank you for accepting our offers, and we thank you for being here so fully regaled and looking so nice. I'm talking with the young gals, and I ain't really talking too much with the fellas, eh? But we thank you all much, really, for being here. It is a pleasure and a privilege of us as the band to honor you for what you have done before us, and for being the ones that we can look up to, even in this day as we play. So we thank you much. And I know we have a cadre of legends that were honored before. They're sitting right in the back of the honorees tonight. Could we have you stand, please? We thank you, and we're just grateful for your presence. And continue to support us in what we're doing, because once again, you're the ones that started this whole thing. And there's so many other deserving persons who can be honored in this way. And we ask for your patience a little bit. We just can't honor everybody all one time. But we're going to try to do our best as we go through the years in making sure that we could provide you your due course and respect. We'd like to also thank our church's leaders, being led by our national overseer, Bishop Frank Ferguson, and also former national overseer, Bishop Elganet Rami and Sister Rami, district overseer for New Providence, Bishop Bo, and I think we have some other bishops in the house. I think Bishop Hannah is here. And we also would like to thank Bishop Kendall Simmons for allowing us to use this edifice tonight. Let's give him a round of applause. He even charges for using the air conditioning, so you know, we're in good stead. But he's a legend and a bad man as well, so we look forward to his generosity in using this such a beautiful edifice each and every year. Apart from that, we also would like to thank the band members who came over from Freeport to support this occasion. Led by Pastor Barry Morris and the Assistant Director, Brother Billy Dickerson, Brother Pedro Missick, Brother Chubby, who sat, I don't know why he sat down there, why he didn't come up here, and Demar Grant, Wilbert Stubbs, even though he didn't play no horn, he just played around. Yes, Brother Bill, and Brother Bruce Stubbs. So we thank you all. Just start again, so we can let everybody know. These are sacrifices, eh? Guys who went into their own pockets just to be here to support the honorees from Freeport. We also would like to thank those who helped out tonight. We had Brother Adrian Dean and Brother Conliff who helped out with our lighting. Also Brother Dave Albury. I don't know if he is here. Brother Dave, are you here? Okay, he isn't here. Brother Dave did all of the decorations. And the ambience would not be this way unless Brother Dave, he spent a couple of days very well. And I think at one point been going home well into the night. But we thank you, Brother Dave, for making us look so well. And we thank Nassau Plastic and Trophy Case for the plaques and the medallions. The Guardian, we thank them for the program, printing the program. We'd also like to thank our protocol team, led by Sister Val Davis. And she was the one who showed everybody up, make sure they felt important. You know, it's important to feel important. And so we thank you and your team very much for that. We also like to thank a major sponsor, Sister Gina Pinder from El Shaddai. And Sister Pinder, could you stand for us, please? And the band, I want you to know, is very appreciative to Lady Pinder. She has supported us without asking for a thing back, and she does it year in and year out. And so I'm going to put a boost here for El Shaddai Party Rentals, that if you need your stuff, please look in the yellow pages and call El Shaddai. Amen. We also like to thank Bahama's there for assistance with some of the tickets and getting some of the honorees over. Pastor Scott Wilson for AV projection, showing the slide over there. So we'd like to thank you, Pastor Scott. Of course, illustrious MCs, right? I think Brother Haywood already said plenty about that, and all I'm going to say is just thank you, my brothers. They are both band men, and we just don't even ask. We tell them they got to do that, right? And I'd like to thank our directors, the band directors. It is important that we pray for our leaders because they're responsible for leading all of this. And it ain't easy. I want you to know some nights in band practice, we do more talking and praying than we do playing the horn. Because sometimes we needed it more. And for them to have the perseverance and sometimes the wisdom and the understanding. And so, Brother David, our National Band Director, Brother Winky, Brother Charlie Hannah, Brother Barry, Brother Billy, and all of the leadership teams, we thank you all for your love and affection for what you do to this band. I'd like to thank you, the group, the crowd. I know some are family members, some are well-wishers, some who came along because suppose this was up and Bahama Brass Band is just a good thing to come and see. But we thank you all, because without you, this would not be possible. If these honorees had to sit in the front and there was an empty seat in the band, they might not feel to appreciate it. But the fact that we can call this event, and that we can have the support from you. I mean, look at Brother Ronald Campbell in the second row, and I talk with him every now and then about band. Last time I talked to him, I think we were in front of the Chicken Shack, and I know who was trying to not have eye contact, because probably none of us should have been in front of the Chicken Shack. But we thank you all for coming out and supporting. And, you know, in the case of the offering that you provided, we want you to know that it has been used for good. We don't play around. We try to, this summer I think we went into Canada, and last year we do at least 2 or 3 trips a year. And when you're trying to move a band that is this size, you are talking about tens of thousands of dollars in trying to move the band. You know, if we take the monies and do nothing else than try to pay for the bass horns getting through, so that the brothers wouldn't have the strain of paying for the tickets and for the large instruments. A function like this tonight cost us well more than we would have collected in the offering. But we try to do this as a part of the augmentation of what we do as far as cookouts and other things like that, so we can keep the band going as a ministry. We understand that it is an effective ministry, and therefore you providing an offering is just for the furtherance of God's work. So we say thank you. Thank you all much. I had a good time. I think you all had a good time. Let's do this again in another year.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Cooper. Watch out your glasses. Lord bless you. And we're not going to worry you much longer. Coming now to give his final remarks. And don't leave, because our Assistant Director, Brother Billy Dickinson, is coming on to give each of you an opportunity to give your special request. This constituency, yeah, you can call a song from each constituency, whatever one you want the band to play, for you to march. So don't leave. You can march until your clothes you have no more starch. Right now, Brother David Benemy, our band director.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, moderators. You did a splendid job. I thank you all for coming and to celebrate our 7th anniversary. I see in the congregation a number of my friends, Bobby and his wife, Bobby Farrington and his wife. They have always been here to celebrate with us. Stand up, Bobby. Let him see who I'm talking about. Mr. Robert Farrington and his lovely wife.
Oh yeah, Bobby.
Good to have you all here, and I think some of my colleagues were in the house, but they have since left. And Brother Campbell, again, I tried to get you. It's good to see you, sir, the former director of the Royal Bahamas Police Force Band. And I am so thankful, again, for my family, my wife, my daughters, my children. They are so supportive of me. I could not do this all without them. Excellent supporters. But there's one thing I want to share with you. I don't know if Sister Eleanor is here. Is Sister Eleanor still here? Robert Moss?
No, she left.
She left. But I will share this with you. Sister Eleanor Allen from the Ernest Street Church. She contacted me 2 days ago. And I must say so much thanks to Sister McLean. Sister McLean is one of the supporters of this band, and she has been very helpful in making contacts with these legends you see here. She has been our point person. We're going to be utilizing all of our persons. And Sister McLean, who is a lifetime support of the band, she was given the task in ensuring that we make contacts with all of the legends, informing them about this event tonight, and also for the meeting with the legends next week, Thursday. I would like to meet with all of the legends of the Bahama Brass Band here at this
local church next Thursday evening at 8 o'clock. We're looking at going forward and how we can further enhance these musicians. Like I said to the band men in our last meeting, when I was growing up, my parents ensured that every 9, 10 of us could have played an instrument, a musical instrument. And somewhere we're losing that in between there, where the children now don't seem to have that interest anymore in music. And so we need to see how we can bridge this, and we also want to talk about the General Assembly. I'd like to get an input from the legends, and we discuss several things, and it's trying to move forward with the youth and the junior bands. So I'm calling upon you, brethren, all the legends and the officers of the band, was to meet here on next week, Thursday. Now I go to Sister Allen. Sister Allen contacted me, and she was on the phone crying, and she brought tears to my eyes. She would have said that, "Thank you so much for remembering me." Sister Robert Morse was a legend. He was appointed a legend in 2015. That was my first assignment. And he was elected to that body. And his sister, he thought that we think these things are just simple things we do in here, but this is so significant. And what it does, the people, she said she still has her basket from 2015 in her bedroom, along with a medallion. Because when Robert returned home from church, he was crying. They said how he's appreciative that somebody remembered him. Somebody remembered him. And she said that she is so overwhelmed with this. And she was so here tonight, but she is partially handicapped, and she has a caretaker that looks after her. But I say this, we are not to take these things for granted. Not take these things for granted. We are not here for no show. We are not here to try to big up this or big up that, but we are here to serve God. Bishop Raming, I thank you too. I thank you, Bishop Bo and Bishop National Overseer, for the support given to me in this band. Without you, we can't do it. So, brothers and sisters, I thank you. The night is fast spent. And honorees, once again, congratulations. I look forward to seeing you. And let's continue to take this band to the next 100 years. God bless.
Wonderful. One small second.
One small second. I think I oversighted one thing, and I think it's important. Even though I'm carrying the name coordinator of this project, I would like to thank Brother Sean Gibson. And the reason being is that I only carried the title this year because my company kept me very busy over the last month or so. And I didn't have really the time to look at this project like I should. And Brother Sean, all by himself, made sure that this not happened. So Brother Sean, I want to say
thank you. Thank you very much, Brother Tracy. And
Tracy, make your announcement.
yes. Oh yes, we have the booklets. They're going on sale now for $2. $2. You can't beat that. Booklets are for $2. Again, Bishop Bo, thank you very much. Bishop Raming, I noticed you come to all the Legends concert. Bishop Ferguson, thank you very much. Last year, you missed it because you was traveling. I remember Sister Rowe had to leave and pick you up, but I'm happy that you're here tonight. Thank you very much, Brother National Overseer. Let's give them a round of applause. We really appreciate that. The selection committee, I don't know who were the selection committee who sit around the table to select the honorees, and I'm not begging to be honored, but remember me. I told Brother Dimitri Dimitri just now, I remember he in 1983, when he and I, along with Brother Steve Hepburn and Stephen Beneby and Billy Dickinson, only they said I see from that crew, we were the rookies that year. And that's over time, I tell you how much years? From 1983, that's 34. That's plenty years, man. Yeah. So, like I said, we ain't begging for nothing. Am I right, Steve? We ain't begging for nothing. But Billy, we ain't begging for. Oh, Brother Livingston Butler, you too. You was with us in 83. Yeah. So when you come into your kingdom, yeah. When you come into your kingdom, remember us. You know, remember us. That's all I say. And and the band been around for 92 years. And when the band started, this brother was only 6. And still playing today, active. Brother Vanderson Ferguson at the age of 86, am I right? 86. Great God from Zion. So that's an encouragement to me. Yes, that's an encouragement to me. All right? Sorry. Yes, we need a group picture. All of the honorees, those who are honored, the legends, we want you to come here. And the legends now, I believe they want a group picture with all of y'all too. After the legends who being legendized tonight. Come straight up here. All the legends. Okay, while we're doing this, while they're doing the photo op, Deacon Felton said we just need $200 more. $200 more. If you all can help us with that, please, the Lord will richly, richly bless you. The Bahama Brass Band, we don't beg much, but we really could use your help. We really need it. Whenever we beg, oh great God, I say $200 a number. Are you going to pay? Please help us. Please help us. Please help us. Please help us. Please help us.
Okay, that's fine. I got number 7.
Yes.
Number 7.
Our protocol officers will remain at the back. Sister Melvin, anyone who wants to assist, yes, here she's at the back. Please give her what you have on your way out. While we wait, I'm going to ask everybody in this constituency here, if y'all have a special request of the band, let me hear it. Look at Malik, I'm ready to shout it out. Sorry? But they know that one. Angels from the realms of glory. Great God from Zion. That's for this side here. Brother Billy Dickinson, we can need you to come forward. We can need some current. Somebody give us some current, please. Sister Melvin, we need some current on the floor. We need some current. Come on, Bishop Kendall, where's the switch? Yeah, we need some current. This is wonderful, wonderful. Legends 20. Legends 2017. Good, wonderful. Now I can see who in here. Now I can see.